Why is this work so important to you guys? Why do we find this so important?
I think we all want to connect, and an interactive performance is a golden opportunity for the audience to connect with the performer to connect with the audience, and all of us connecting with the music. And everybody's being active, everybody's participating, and we all leave having learned something new.
Hi, my name is Maran, and I'm a clarinetist.
My name is Nicolai, and I play horn.
Hi, I'm Shelley. I play the bassoon.
Hello, I'm Stuart, and I play the oboe.
Hi, I'm Catherine, and I play the flute.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. We are Decoda. So excited to be here today. Today we are going to explore 3 different pieces written by 3 different people. All these
IPs to me are an opportunity to actually have a conversation, right? I'm a human, I'm up here performing this thing. You are humans also who are listening to me perform this thing, but we're equal in this activity even though we're doing different things.
Yeah, interactive performances are important to me because I feel like it's the best way to honor our audience's expertise and their creativity. Sure, we have fun ideas, but so does our audience. And I really love when we can tap into that and get them involved in the music making process. I always learn something.
I think it's a pretty real way to reach audiences that would never come to a classical music concert anyway. Regardless of what you're doing, you're getting people thinking in musical ways that they wouldn't necessarily otherwise be thinking in.
Think about that for a second. And then I want you to share that with somebody next to you.
And it's really rewarding to see what people respond to.
Whether you're performing in traditional concert halls or community venues or unusual spaces, it's really important to consider who you might be playing for and how you can help create this feeling of connection. And the process of doing IPs exercises that muscle. And in doing so, I think we're also trying to find the next generation or new concert goers.
I definitely always feel like I learn more about performer-audience relationships when you do an IP and you see the section that you thought was so funny and it was gonna land great, they just sort of went, okay. And then this other thing that was just something small.
Are there sort of animal sounds you can make on the oboe?
Yeah. How about,
Is people get really, really drawn into. Sometimes people surprise you, and sometimes that can change and inform what you do the next time. You can see, wow, that thing that we just sort of skirted by off the cuff actually really resonated with people. Maybe that's something we should be thinking more about. So I'm kind of curious to know what was the order in which you picked either the pieces or the subject material and how those gelled together.
I love Valerie Coleman's piece. I've really wanted to play it, the Red Clay, Mississippi Delta. I think it's a great piece that would work in an IP. I also really wanted to do Huang Ruo's piece, The Girl from Daban City. Our through line, our line of inquiry here is how are composers inspired by musical roots? So musical roots could be songs they heard growing up, or in Huang Ruo's case, his dad sang it. It could be songs that you hear from a country, Bela Bartok. He did all the recording in Romania. And then from your community or from a space, the sounds around us. So that's why we are looking at the Coleman through the lens of what it sounds like in the area of the Mississippi Delta. Looking at these works, it's very clear with Huang Ruo's piece that melody goes throughout. Each of us play it at least once. So very clearly, that's the way to go. That's why we're having the kids sing with us pretty early on. With the Coleman, there is a place in the music.
Right, so this is the foundation of the Mississippi Delta. All right, we're going to add some more melodies on top.
That just really lends itself for audience participation. So that's why we're really leaning into rhythm, and it's something that we can hear throughout a good chunk of the piece. Considering we're having students sing near the beginning, we're having them follow along with a volunteer passing the melody with a scarf. And by the end, they're also creating their own like New York City soundscape.
Which both mirrors the something happening in the piece that we can break down and also ties into something they know, because they're all New York City residents.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what's missing? Like something in the middle. I love movement. So I think any way we could get movement in an IP is great, especially if it's a 45-minute IP. They need to do something if they're in elementary school. And Bartók, Romanian dances, it really lends itself to movement.
So we can use our arms, we can use our hands, and we can use our faces. So, one way we could do that is, of course,
As we know, people learn differently. You know, the rhythm activity, right? You can help really feel the dances of Bartók. Something visual, actually, like the scarf, helping to translate the melody. So really sort of thinking about how can we touch on a few different learning styles so we find these different connecting points.
Music is a form of art that can be so abstract, and if we can give them a little bit of a rope, something to climb on, to hang on to, and take them with us on this journey, that is, to me, more meaningful than any other performance that I do.
I think that's what makes an interactive performance though, right? It's not just musicians coming in, here's the concert, see you later. I like to think that the audience are active participants and they're vital to what's going on between us. Some response, some interaction from the other side is a point of illumination.